paradise won't change your mind. Can't shape the lights. I'll take the chance and roll the dice.
Welcome back.
Yeah, the little disappeary bastards. There was an extra one that I missed.
Bye, Cactar.
Bye, Cactar.
Here for a side mission we're not gonna do. Yeah, there was a guy that we missed that was he must have disappeared each time we went past him.
Because he's a little jackwagon. Ooh,
15
that's nice.
attack.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I will definitely fuse that into something later.
Later though, off screen.
Yeah.
Because
Now we're going to go down into the cave.
which was on the other side of the what? Okay. Hidden passages like this. Mm-hmm. Why are they always on the second floor? Like they
Especially when they go down into the basement.
Yeah, I don't know. It's because to build it on the second floor, you obviously have to have an area on the first floor
that you can walk down through.
Yeah, and it's quite obvious that hey, there's a thing here. Why don't you make use of this space? I can see from the outside that you have a space here.
Yup.
It's why hidden sub-basements make sense, because you can't fucking see a hidden sub-basement.
Exactly.
It's below your basement.
Squirt gun. Coffin keys.
And having hidden rooms up in the attic also kind of makes sense, because there's so many people that just don't make use of their attic for anything, and a lot of attic space is often unfinished.
Yep.
So, haha! Your hit points are mine.
My hit points. Schnick.
I mean, hidden rooms and stuff really only work if someone is not familiar with either your your floor plan has to be so goddamn confusing that the hidden room is redundant anyways.
Yeah.
Or someone has to be completely unsure of what your floor plan is, which any robbery taking place, they will have staked out the joint enough to at least see all around the outside of it.
Yep.
To be like, huh.
They will have a clue what they're getting into.
Weren't you? No, this goes back. You just.
There was nothing over there.
Huh. I guess we gotta talk to Cloud.
Okay then.
Fairly sure there was a reason to be down here. See? Redundant. No point.
I'm guessing the coffin keys will be needed for something, maybe?
Oh yeah, we got.
I think you went in, but there's nothing fucking there. That's where we came in. Yeah, that's where we came in.
So, I mean, we have the coffin keys now, which unlocks a thing, but is there something... I mean, all that's on the first floor is the
rooms that you looked in for the combination, and literally nothing else.
I guess maybe go down and try to leave the mansion? But this... I remember that this section of the game was one of those that always just kind of frustrated me, because it was a case of, well, what do I do now?
Yeah.
It's really not much to be said about that. But yeah, secret passages, they're really cool in concept.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like the idea of having secret doors or secret bookcases or stuff like that, especially if you can support it in your house.
Oh, there's this door here.
Yeah.
Does that do anything? Nope.
All right. Yeah, so especially if you can support it in your house or whatever, but you have to be able to... Nope.
Yeah, no.
You have to have a way, like either a floor plan that it makes sense to have that sort of thing, or you need to be really, really good at hiding it. But the best way to do those sort of things is if you have like a closet.
Yeah.
or just have it be something that's really like small and then it's not. Because when most people think of, oh, it's a hidden passage, I can do such and such with it. It's like, yeah, you kind of can, and it works in movies because old houses in those movies are just so confusing, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something down there.
Has to be. Don't fucking know what.
Go more
Activating
down?
combat mode.
No. There's gotta be something you can do. But I don't know. I mean, like if you just move into a house and you like do a hidden and like, oh, I got see because you got more coffin keys, so.
Keys to open a coffin. That's a lot of fucking help.
I have a feeling that there's coffins somewhere that act as treasure chests. What about to the right? Like, just turn your camera. Oh, the ladder. Yeah.
Yeah, ladder.
I barely saw it
Fucking-
because the
Yeah.
cable, the kangaroo amel.
Let's hide this fucking thing in the shade where you're not gonna fucking see it.
When you're in that battle,
fuck.
the camera angle was correct to do it.
Yeah.
Or to see it. Excuse me. But-
Activating combat mode.
Yeah. I don't know.
I read a book at one point where King had built secret passages into his castle in the walls, and it's a castle, so a lot of people aren't in there, and there's all kinds of space anyway, and his son, who had lived in this castle his whole life, didn't know they were there.
That's kind of awesome. When Alex and I went to Ireland for our honeymoon, we went to this one castle, this one really old structure, and like castles, actual castles, as opposed to the like romanticized version of them, are like really tiny.
Yep.
But
Activating combat
so
mode.
it was like a castle. It was a castle for a. Oh, that first one just died right quick.
Yeah.
For like a bishop or whatever. Yeah, in Ireland.
Yep.
And
Conflict resolved.
he had hidden passages all through the. I think you can open one in every cluster of 3. He had hidden passages built into all of his things, so that his like he
Activating
could
combat mode.
have people spying on things, and like the
Modulating
walls of this castle were like double thick or whatever. 'Cause
Yeah.
they kind of needed to be. But since he had those built into it, it actually messed up the structural integrity such that it was. There are certain parts of Ireland that are ridiculously windy for no good reason, just ridiculously windy. So there, on display there at this place, there was a
You can do it, Zach.
just a chunk of the it's like the second or third story of this castle. Now, keep in mind, castle stories were like 14 feet per story or whatever, as opposed to, you know, the standard 9 to 10 feet you get in. But
Yeah.
so like 14 feet per story, and this was from the second or third story, and this is a chunk that's easily like 10 feet across in any given direction. That just the wind was so strong it had worn away the mortar, and the whole chunk came off as one solid block and was just laying there because people were like, we can't move this.
Yeah.
And it was amazing to see because we went for a tour of this place on a mild wind day, and even on the mild wind day, we were still like wearing windbreakers and everything else and it's Vincent.
Yep.
Getting blown all over the place.
Someone's sleeping in there. Maybe I should leave him alone.
It's okay. He's just having a nap. Beauty sleep.
Yup.
But it was crazy to see that and to also be like, damn, the engineering necessary for this sort of thing. Like you really appreciate what was done with what was available.
Absolutely.
It's almost terrifying to think what castles would look like with modern engineering practices behind
Oh
them.
God, yes.
So, as silly as Xanatos taking the Scotland castle, or the castle from Gargoyles, out of
And putting it on
Scotland
top
and
of
putting
a
it on
skyscraper.
It's like you could probably do that. Like,
Yeah.
it's quite clearly to do it. He would have to make modifications internally,
Yeah.
but yeah.
But he could absolutely move the castle.
And put it on top of a skyscraper and expect it to stay. Didn't we?
We saw him walking around the
No,
library upstairs.
I meant, didn't we go to the hasn't the reactor incident happened?
We went to the reactor and he freaked out, but he hasn't gone back to retrieve his mother yet.
Okay, so the first incident has happened, but not
the second.
Okay,
Not
I'm
the one.
date XXXX.
Genova Project approved.
Okay, so yeah, he's freaked out, but he hasn't gone crazy yet.
Exactly.
And you can tell it's happening now because of the Dutch angle.
Dutch angles and Dutch angles and Dutch angles.
No. Dutch Angels.
Dutch Angeals?
Dutch Angeals.
I knew it. Now there's a treasure chest
There's a...
out in the room. One out from here.
You got the hiccups.
I would like to be alone.
Okay.
Fine. I'll leave you alone.
I'll leave you alone with your books and your hiccups. And I'll have hookers and blackjack.
On second thought, screw the hiccups. What? There was a chest in here. Why I can't? Ugh.
Reasons. So they didn't even bother rendering the books in this one.
Yep.
You can tell from the way the thing.
They are a single polygon.
That was a flat texture.
Yep.
At least in the book room, they've rendered the polygon, rendered them in the books individually. But no, like you can even tell, like for each individual shelf is one texture, and some of them they're just mirrored.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, when you're gonna have a camera panning across something and it changes the viewing angle, is when you can't. Seventh day. Oh no.
Now we're getting to the event.
I like how Zach hops. It's like,
what the hell?
What happened? Like, I totally didn't notice this fire from. It's
fire.
It's really a case of Zach. How did you not notice the fire?
Yeah.
Before it's.
All of the buildings are on fire. You came out of this building that is on fire.
It really seems like he woke up, he was feeling a little warm, he went for a stretch, like, all right.
So hot day today. Why is it on fire? Oh.
I'm gonna go for a what the?
I'm coming to get you. Not me.
Oh. It's a low. This is the. I'm fairly sure they use the exact same cutscene file from the original release of FF7, but didn't do anything to it other than convert it from a QuickTime file into whatever this reads, because there is no reason, given the other cutscenes we've seen, that should have been that low quality.
Yep.
That was just ridiculous. Alright, the chase for Sephiroth continues next time.
Next time
On Dragon Ball Z.
Like I'll never die. I lose my head in the starry skies. Can't change